playing singles? And what is your tennis identity? Too often people try to be who they are not. And so we're going to break it down so that you can play the best possible way for you. What are you good at? You have to look at your game and see what skills you have. You can't serve volley unless you have a decent first serve and a decent volley. How fast are you? Can you play defense? If you're fast but you get to the ball, you can't do anything, you're not fast. But if you're slow, there's nothing you can do about it. You're going to be slow. So you have to hit bigger shots if you're slow. Tennis is a game of errors. What do you like to do? Do you like to hit hard? Do you like to move them around? Do you like to volley? If you like to hit hard, you can have a more aggressive game. You have to temper your game with what you like to do. Mentally, are you aggressive or passive? Because that's really who you are is very obvious when you play tennis. What are your weapons? Take a look at your game and ask yourself what shot can you hit under pressure? Get in all the time. That's a weapon. Can you finish from the baseline? This is important. I have a hard time finishing from the baseline. So since I can't finish from the baseline, my game accommodates that. I generally have to finish from the net. My best shots, my serve, my volley, my slice backhand, my forehand pass, and my drop shot. Notice it's not my forehand ground stroke, it's my forehand pass. Well, forehand's not. So make your base strategy. It all starts with the serve when you're on offense, return on defense. So on the return, the key is just get the first serve back. Look at this deep return. It isn't big, it's deep. My strokes aren't big, they're consistent. Consistency wins you a lot of matches. That'll take you up to 4 or 5. This is not big but well placed, and if I try to hit it harder, I might miss it. But it forces them to hit a pass. And then the key is once you come to net, it's all about positioning. I have great positioning. He's going to have to hit a really low probability shot to beat me. And I barely miss volleys because I played a lot of tennis using my volley. And I played a lot of doubles. As a kid, that's all I practiced was volleys against the wall. And so you have to use what your strength is. If your strength is the forehand ground stroke, then use it to finish points. And don't come to net. You have to be who you are. You can't be someone you're not. The other key is to play one shot ahead, anticipate the next shot. Watch my positioning. Look, I'm covering the cross court and the line. He goes line, I'm there in time. I'm covering cross court again. And I'm getting a lot of balls back. Good return. Just have to wear them down. As long as you neutralize the first serve. Hey, my backhand slice is money. It's a shot I'm going to make 90% of the time. And my return is not big, it's a deflect going back. I think block, hit the ball in play. Second serves I try to attack, but first serve, block, hit the ball in play. Look at these returns, they're all beyond the service line. Not too big, but not too small, and it's all about where you are after the point, where I'm in good positioning. Backhand was a problem there, but I didn't make an error. Comes to net, and I can place my forehand. So I can do this very often. My ground strokes are very precise. They're not big, but they're well placed. That's a big key. Second serve is okay. Now the second part, when you're playing defense and second serve, what do? Everything at foot speed and reasonably fast. So, and half of my speed is anticipation. Where am I, right? After I hit every ball, where am I? Good positioning. Anticipating where the next ball is going to be. Keep the ball deep. Keep the ball in play. Keep the ball low when they're at net. Push them back. In the lob of the backhand. Now go to the forehand. There we go, back to precision. Move them around. Keep it low. Look. Low. Look. Everything below the net. They have to hit the ball up. 2 shots and throw the pass. Throw the lob. Now run them. Keep it deep. Everything's deep. Get the ball to the backhand. My forehand's not super big, so I have to make sure my forehand goes against their backhand. And I move. I usually play corners a lot too. And even though I miss a slice, long points are good for me because he's serving. So when we play a long point, it makes you tired. And when you make your server tired, your server will get weaker. You'll be able to turn more effectively. Go there with my strength. Serve and volley with basic patterns. And I do say I run plays. Wide serve, wide volley, ready for lob. So it's really hard to beat me because you have to hit good shots. My serve's decent. It's not big, but it's decent. It moves around very well. So take a look at your game and be honest. What can you do? What are you good at? Evaluate your speed. Because if you're slow, you have to go for bigger shots because you can't play defense. What do you like to do? You can't be Federer if you don't have Federer's speed. You can't be Nadal if you don't have his topspin. The games are based on what they're good at. Look at Djokovic, look at Nadal, look at Roger. They all have different games, but they all utilize what they're good at. So find out what you're good at and make your strategy. And be honest. Mentally, what do you like to do? What are your weapons? Just sit down and write down a piece of paper. What are your weapons? You watch me play. You look at the video. My weapon is my serve. Not super big a lot. The game isn't super big, but my game is very precise. It's well placed, consistent, it's hard to beat. And that's the biggest thing in tennis. It's about defense at the lower levels. At the pro level, it's about offense. So we're basically open players. We're vets. We're NTRP 4-0, 4-5, 3-5, 3-0. It's all about being consistent. Okay, and then work on the plays in your game plan. Make your game solid. Try not to miss returns. Make sure your first serve is well placed. Make sure your first shot is well placed. Make sure your opponent is beating you. And then after a win or loss, evaluate what happened in the match. If you lost, did you lose because you made a lot of errors? If you won, did you win because they made a lot of errors? Ideally, when you track matches, it's not about winners. It's about errors. If you can hit more winners and less errors than they do, you're gonna win. And I've actually done matches where we charted, and my boys have won like 6-0, 6-0, and they hit like no winners. Because tennis is not about winners; it's about unforced errors. So look at your strategy. This is your first step. Evaluate.